Hi! So, Collision was last night on Christmas Day. Super cool, super happy. Sorry about the lateness. I've just got home. I had to watch it I watched all the Collision this morning besides, the last match. And I had to wait all day. Didn't even go on social media really enough all day. So, yeah, let's go through because this Collision was one of the best Collisions I've personally ever seen. Truly pay-per-view quality. So, opening up was our first Continental Classic match of a card full of them in the final night of the group stage, and this was in the Gold League. It was between Kyle Fletcher and Jack Perry, where everyone on the Gold League was on 6 points. This match was incredible. Really, really good. The main real story of the match was Kyle Fletcher attacking Jack Perry's ankle. And just really, some of the ankle locks and just how he gets it in look brutal. And the expressions he uses in this match are incredible. Honestly, God, Kyle Fletcher again, proving why he's so good. Jack Perry looks solid, as you expect. The guy gave Kyle a run for his money, which I did like. There's a point where, obviously, Kyle goes to the buckle bomb, or the brainbuster, and Jack Perry continuing, he bites Kyle Fletcher's nipple. Super good. But it just felt like Kyle Fletcher was just, typical Kyle Fletcher, getting a bit more cocky. The crowd were really behind Jack Perry, and I really loved that. But Kyle Fletcher proving that, he's got an ego getting into the match. Still, every time Jack Perry was in, he'd lock in. When they say last minute or last 5 minutes, I forget, Kyle just locks in, gets it done, bang, and it was incredible. Honestly, truly great match. All the matches on Collision tonight were great. Every single one, even the small ones that we had. But honestly, I really enjoyed this match. Kyle Fletcher got the win in an impressive fashion. And Kyle Fletcher is the first person in the Gold League to be confirmed for the Continental Classic semi-finals. This was incredible. I'm really happy Jack Perry got a good show out against Kyle. I kind of expected the match to be good, as most people did. It's Kyle Fletcher and Jack Perry. Feels like it made sense. Kyle looked really explosive. Jack looked like he belonged, and I'm kind of glad about that. And I'm really happy that now, after this, we'll get a lot more. Hopefully we get a little bit more Jack Perry singles-wise. Not to the point where he needs a TNT reign again, but to the point where you throw Jack Perry on a singles match on a Dynamite or a Collision, no one's complaining. He's a great wrestler, and I really hope that people realize that, but it's kind of hard to not be a great wrestler in the ring with Kyle Fletcher. The guy is a demon. So good. So, after this, we got a backstage segment with Roderick Strong as the only person on 0 points. And Renee's basically saying, look, I know it's not going great, but we only wanted you here because someone wanted to talk to you. And Kyle O'Reilly shows up. So happy to see Kyle. And then Kyle basically gives Roddy a great pep talk saying, hey, Roddy, look, this switched the situations around, and this was me. Why you look defeated? You wouldn't be defeated in me. And he basically says, you're Roderick fucking Strong. Get out there, because you could beat Claudio when you sleep. And it's such a great, invigorating promo. I love the aspect of, Kyle still saying, you look, the conglomeration of your friends, if you don't feel like that you're friends. And, just basically has a heart-to-heart with Roddy, and I love that. I love that Kyle O'Reilly's truly being shown as a heart and soul of a lot of people's, obviously, conglomeration, but just in general, especially to Roddy. And I feel like I really enjoyed this promo. Roddy doesn't say a word, doesn't say a single word. It's just Kyle telling him, giving him that momentum and that motivation. And yeah, loved it. Kyle, I loved it because you're Roderick effing Strong. Yes, he is. Roddy Strong's a legend. I don't give a fuck. He's so good. Great segment. Really enjoyed it. So, after this, we got, again, another me match of the year. Another match between Takeshita and Dorada. Now, we've had a few matches between Takeshita and Dorada this year. Kind of a bit of a feud. So, even in this match, they have a bit of respect. There's obviously respect. They both shake each other's hands, help each other up. I like that. I thought that was really cool. Takeshita was already qualified for this match, so there was a lot of Willie, Dorada. Dorada looked great. As I'm always going to say that. This match was phenomenal. Really, really good. I really enjoyed this. I think Takeshita in here looked so good. And I like how they really respected Dorada's quality. I feel like that was very hard. It could have been easy to do, to kind of disregard Dorada because Takeshita's so beast. But they made Dorada look decent. The amount of air Dorada gets, the stuff that it was basically a tale of any aspect, the speed of Dorada was overwhelming, 100%. Whenever Takeshita connected, Dorada was felt, and he was not out on his feet, but the guy's resilience was ridiculous. And it's not the only time we'll talk about resilience tonight. But this match was really good. Again, I feel like I should be a lot more hyped for how much I love Takeshita and Dorada. But I don't know. I love it, and I'm kind of just, there's not much to say. I love this match. I think it's excellent. Again, I kind of, what else do you expect between these two guys yet again? Like the fact that there was a lot of respect shown. I thought Dorado was going to get the win at some point, but Takeshita does obviously get the win, becoming the only person to be undefeated in the entire group tournament. But great show out for Dorado. I thought that was, even watching it, I was like, that was a phenomenal show out. And again, you got to take into consideration who Takeshita is. So stuff like that goes a long way. Some of the kicks Dorado lands, especially Takeshita, unbelievable, honestly. And watch it. Watch tonight's Collision, please, because it was phenomenal. It really was. Please, you're missing out on the basic pay-per-view, in my opinion. But yeah, Takeshita in the Blue League gets the lead again. Dorado is out, and yeah, we can't all get what we want for Christmas. So after this, we got Roderick Strong versus Claudio Castagnoli in the Blue League. Now, are the standings at this point, if Claudio wins, he's through. There's no debate. It kills every other competition. He's on 7 points. But if he loses or draws, there's 3 people. Well, there's 2 people after this point because Dorado lost. Cassidy and Moxley who could overtake him. And Roderick Strong's on 0 points. And obviously after the promo and motivational talk he had from Kyle O'Reilly, this match was so quick, so explosive, it was short. The match was very short, and I love that. Roderick Strong looked fired up. As soon as that bell rang, he just went at it, 100%, no breaks. The guy was phenomenal. The amount of the knees, the flying knees the guy gets are ridiculous. And the fact that he got the win that early was shocking. It was so cool. Again, the match was only short. Claudio looked a bit, he couldn't, he needed to get his bearings, and he couldn't. The guy was struggling to keep up with Roderick's pace. Roddy was just at him. Oh my God, I loved how they just portrayed this it felt like oh my God, Roddy won, and Claudio looked it, but not to disrespect Roderick Strong, but also to be like, oh my God, it was that easy for the guy when he was fired up. Roddy made it look easy, and someone like Claudio is not easy. It's phenomenal. Oh my God, again, it was only close. I feel like with Roddy, again, the flying knees were the main thing. He goes for a few backbreakers and a few lifts up for Claudio. That was great. Claudio really, not really to say about the guy. It's kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about it because I love how they've been presenting Claudio last few weeks, months even. But for this, I feel like it made Roddy look like just a demon that he is. And yes, happy with that. And it really shook things up. So with Roddy getting the win, I thought it'd be a draw. With Roddy getting the win, if Moxley or Cassidy wins after this point, they're through. It's an insanely big deal. After this, so the Death Riders, Yuta, Garcia, and Shafir come out to start attacking Roddy, and then Mark Briscoe's music hits. Mark Briscoe comes out to fend off, send Garcia and Yuta away. Shafir's still there, and then Toni Storm's music hits as she's about to hit Briscoe. She comes out and takes Marina Shafir out. I love this. And then she gets in the ring saying, come on, and then she puts a hand out to shake Mark Briscoe's hand. And then Mark Briscoe shakes it back, but then kisses it, and Tony's like, oh my God. I don't know why that tickled me so much. I don't know how I felt like, as much as it's kind of expected for Death Riders to have Death Riders antics after the match, it felt like this could have been purely a Roddy moment. If anyone was going to come out, it should have been Kyle or the rest of the conglomeration maybe. But I didn't hate this. I just feel like it kind of robbed away from Roddy to have Tony on screen. But either way, the match and the fact that Roddy won in the explosive fashion and quick pace match that was phenomenal. Honestly, I really enjoyed this. It was like not even 5 minutes. It didn't feel like. It was incredible. It was just a bang, 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 bang. Roddy wins, and I loved it. It was a true. I jumped out my seat when I was watching it this morning. I was like, oh my God, Roddy won. I thought it'd be a draw. I didn't think Claudio would be that overwhelmed. That's what it was. It was great. Honestly, seriously great. Again, another banger from the C2. So after this, we get a small vignette about FTR and the Bang Bang Gang's whole little feud that's going on, and then it cuts to Stokely backstage, who accepts the Bang Bang Gang's offer for a rematch against FTR at World's End. But then Stokely says it's got to be a Chicago street fight, which it is. That's confirmed at World's End. Pretty cool. After that, we get a small little vignette sort of thing with Jamie Hayter and Statlander, and then it basically just cuts to Jamie Hayter saying, bring it on. Solid, what you expect. Nothing really to say about it. But, yeah, already excited for the match. Never going to debate about it. Never going to argue about it, so I want Jamie Hayter to win. So, after this, we got my personal, and this is insane to say, It's so hard to pick a match of the night tonight. I think this is match of the night. We got Kevin Knight versus Pac. My God, this was incredible in the Gold League. Now, again, everyone's on 6 points, so whoever won, this could be an instant qualification. So, this was nuts. Kevin Knight, again, oh my God. I mean, there's nothing the guy can't do. Against someone like Pac, it felt like in this match, Pac was the experience that Kevin Knight couldn't overcome. Same with similar to Speedball's match with Kevin Knight. But Pac looked really good. Pac looked really composed. But Speedball was just charging out. Speedball's resilience in this match specifically. That's what I mean. Like, towards the match got on because of Pac's experience, and the beef on the meat on Pac, he was hitting Kevin a lot of kicks, a lot of just when Kevin do the flips, he walking away, dodging a lot of the time. Really impressed by Pac, again, the experience. But every time Pac was getting the cover with the brutalizer was excellently used. And it was the last 10 seconds, Pac gets the brutalizer in, and Kevin Knight would not tap. It was resilient. This was the pure resilience match of the night. The match was incredible. Again, the stuff that Kevin Knight can do in the air is ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. And then Pac, again, I feel like Pac's just... It's insane how good Pac is. Pac was getting a lot of... The way Pac portrayed himself through how he wrestled, a lot of the boots to Kevin Knight just in the face. I loved all that. It was very bully-esque, and I think that's perfect for Pac. Again, and when it happened, Pac looked livid, and disappointed. He was like hands on his face. He couldn't believe it because he should have had the match won. It was just Kevin Knight's resilience. There was respect shown between the guys, unspoken respect, but I like it. I thought this match was phenomenal. Again, this pace of it. This is the pace I look for in matches. Really, I think this is the pace I like, where it's so quick. Again, with Kevin Knight, it's just instant. The guy's electric, and just Pac can go with anyone. I don't care. And they even say one of the best. I think it's Shivani says on commentary, it's the best pound for pound wrestler he's ever seen. And honestly, I wouldn't debate it at some points. Pac's ridiculous. I feel like we don't give Pac enough credit. I think everyone goes, oh my God, Pac's ridiculous. But to what extent? Pac is insane. This match is, again, the C2 this year's had some incredible matches, and we still got some to go. But this is one of my matches of the tournament. It's probably one of my TV matches of the year. I really enjoyed it. I didn't expect to enjoy this one so much. I fucked with it so heavy. I just feel like it told its own little story. I think it showed both guys perfectly, especially Kevin Knight again, where the match ended in a draw. So both guys can't go through. Both guys finished on 7. Pac's again wounded. Kevin Knight's still a bit dejected, but he knew he held out. It was more of a win for Kevin, if anything. It was a personal win, and I loved how they portrayed that. The guys, he's so good. It's everything. Kevin Knight next year has got to be a big time player. I don't care. The guy is the next level. And Pac, do whatever you want with him. It works. Phenomenal match. Watch it. So after this, we got Gabe Kidd on the mic, which was confusing to me. I was like, what the hell is going on? Gabe Kidd comes out, just calling out, saying he hates everyone as he does. Basic Gabe Kidd. And then he goes, and then Darby, I sent him to the ICU. Lights go out. Darby's there. This was funny as hell because they didn't even go at it. Gabe Kidd just escapes. And then Darby goes, World's End. And then, he's about he's about to say something. It feels like World's End, you are man. You know, whatever. He just goes, World's End, you're me versus you. And that's it. And the crowd are like, oh, okay. It was just a poor promo by Darby. It felt like he was going to go on this long tangent, that it was going to be incredible, going to motivate everyone to go, come on, let's go. It's just kind of well done, me and you. Okay, Darby, thank you. It's okay. And then that was it. It was not great. It was the way Darby set it up. He, whatever. And he brought out Sting's bat. That was the main thing, and that's what made him. Because as soon as Darby showed up, Gabe Kidd started laughing at him, and then Darby brought out the bat. He was like, "Oh shit!" and ran away. Whatever. Darby on the mic was not good in this segment. I'll say that, and that's a shame because Darby's a great promo. But yeah, the match is confirmed for Full Gear as a non-stip. Weird, but whatever. So after this, we got the Babes of Wrath versus Hyann and Maya World. This match was good. It was nothing crazy. I think Hyann and Maya World look a lot better than usual. Willow and Harley. I liked how they showcased Hyann and Maya World singles. They went great, but both could take on Willow, and a lot of people try and struggle with that. I thought that was really fun, but how they handled that was great. Harley, the finish was just basically Willow and Harley both joining together, and then Harley gets the pin. It was a whatever match. It was just, it felt like this was the break between, because every match so far has been 100 miles an hour, incredible, or possible some of the best matches we've seen on TV in a year. And the C2, it's C2, but then this is kind of like, okay, let's just calm down, and then we'll get on to the last two, which was great. I thought that was excellently planned, excellently placed. The match was fine, and then after the match, they basically go on another stand-up comedy where they go, Willow's Santa, and then Harley asks Santa, I don't know, and then Willow basically said, piping their matches for Athena and Mercedes. I thought they'd come out, they don't, and then Willow just goes, we're going to kick their fucking heads in, essentially. Cool, whatever, they bleep it. And that was it. It wasn't really something insane. It was more of a pace breaker, more of a, okay, let's just settle down, it makes sense to build hype for the match. The match was fine. There was no problem with the match. High and Maya World are always nice to see on TV. I really like that they've been rewarded. But yeah, I'm still iffy on what's going on with the women's tag tournament. It's so early to say, but it's still iffy to me. But another conversation at the time. And that was kind of it. Again, I feel like this could have benefited with Mercedes and Athena maybe being on stage or doing a little run out. Maybe, but I'm not going to complain too much. The card's incredible. After this, we got our final match in the Blue League, where it's Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley, both on 6 points. Whoever wins goes through. This is huge. Moxley looks, the entrance they give Moxley, he's ready. He's up for it, and he looks fired up. Cassidy's whatever, as you expect. Renee does like little hot like preview. I love this. And then she goes, I spoke to Moxley, whatever, he's looked fired up. And then I told Cassidy, he said, okay, cool. Like, that's just funny. It's Cassidy to a T. When the match started, again, it's these two that pick up as soon as where they left off. Cassidy goes brutal straight away. It feels like Cassidy's really going for the pin. He goes for like 6 pinfalls in the first minute. It's insane. And then Moxley grows into the match ridiculous. Moxley starts going, come on, as he does. I love it. I love how Moxley handles himself in this match. I feel like Moxley with the chokes keep going in for it. And then it comes to a point where Cassidy and Moxley keep kind of like overtaking. It's like a race with them both because it's so tight. The crowd all night, I will say, are incredible. Do an excellent job at the Hammerstein. And then they keep going, who's got, overtaking. Cassidy takes a certain lead just by the stuff, gets the hands in the pockets and stuff, but just goes instant with the kicks. Moxley's whole stature, Cassidy goes after Moxley's ankle too, and Moxley's clearly here by the ankle. There's a point where Moxley can go for finish, but he just falls and crumbles because of the ankle. I love it. He's done that a few times this year, and I love how they portrayed it. The finish was a roll-up by Moxley, and I loved how they did it. Cassidy was getting greedy. Cassidy was getting, frankly, a bit... should have finished the match, and he never. And I loved the fact that when Moxley handled that. Moxley was like, I'm not playing, and he goes for it. Moxley looks so good in this match, again, and it's a shock that Moxley wins, because Moxley goes through, is the second person to go through this Continental Classic semi-finals, the first person, or the second person to go from the Blue League. The Blue League's over, and this was great. So good. Cassidy looks a bit bewildered. Moxley's all over the show. I thought I didn't know if this was anything of note. The Death Riders didn't come out, which they normally do. They never. That was quite a note. I think Marina made it come out, maybe. But Moxley, even straight after it, he's going like, as he does like a Tasmanian devil, going feral. Oh, I love it. This match was super fun. And I loved how it just built and built and built. It just constantly goes up. I love it. I think it was excellent. Like, normally a roll-up pin can be quite dejecting. It didn't feel like it in this one. I really enjoyed how they executed it. Really good. So, our final match of the evening is the final match in the Gold League, where it's Kazuchika Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Whoever wins goes through. Big, big deal. Now, this match I thought was going to be match of the night, and it did not disappoint. This is the match I had to wait to watch today, like right now. Well, before. Right now, well, before. The match was so good. Speedball in this, the kicks that Speedball gets, the air that Speedball gets. Okada doesn't do as much as Speedball as you expect. The speed, obviously, that Speedball goes at is insane. But then there's a lot of times where Speedball goes for, the knees, lands a few, misses a lot. Okada dodges out of the way. There's a point where they go to the apron. Okada looks a bit, not lackadaisy, but he looks like he's more composed than Speedball. And Speedball's trying to continually, pecking at him. constantly getting good stuff on, but Okada doesn't look phased. Maybe the odd point. Okada goes to the elbow drop quite early on. Okada goes to the Rainmaker a lot of time, but people being able to dodge it was excellent. The finish was super cool. There was a point where, Okada's done the fake out with the ropes to other people, specifically to Kevin Knight. People done it to him. Thought that was super cool. The drop kicks that Okada gets in this match. Oh my word, the guy's got the best drop kick in the game. I don't care. It's not close. The finish, I mean, if no one... this is another one similar to Cassidy where Speedball got greedy. Speedball could have got the finish a few times, and he never. Okada gets a roll up, gets the pin, and Speedball's face just says it all. He's like, he knew he should have won that. Okada shouldn't have won that in the sense of Speedball was working at it, and it was getting closer and closer to the finish. And then Okada's grin. He knows what's happened. He's ridiculously filthy. It's cheap. It's cheap heel way, but I love it. I love how they executed that, specifically with Okada's expressions. The match was phenomenal. I really liked the pace of the match. The crowd, oh my God. The crowd in this one was probably the hottest it's been all night, for a main event especially. How good the card was, I'm not surprised. But this late on, it's a 2-hour show. And, I got to give credit to that. They were really hot, really just non-stop, and I loved it. Speedball and Okada. I mean, everyone knows how good Okada is, but Speedball just improves and just shows you why he's so good. Super good. But yes, that means that we have our all Continental Classic semi-finals. The grids are done. Our Gold League qualification members are Kyle Fletcher and Kazuchika Okada, and our Blue League members are Konosuke Takeshita and Jon Moxley. They confirm our matches, and it happens straight away. Whoever comes out, it's Takeshita, and Takeshita Okada face off. Don's trying going, yes, this is great. They both hold up the belts. They face each other in the semi-finals. This is incredible. What a collision. Honestly, truly pay-per-view worthy. And what it builds for World's End, which is this weekend, just makes it even better. Honestly, this is truly one of the best collisions of the year, and it's been a great year for AEW Collision. A lot of people, sometimes myself in the past, I'd skip Collision now and again. Don't skip it this week. Watch it. It's so integral, so big, and just so fun. The matches, there's so many matches this card. It's a very stacked card. There's not a lot of promos, which is unusual, and they all deliver. Honestly, you need to watch it. This was phenomenal, and it's big for the C2. You don't know what's going to happen if you don't watch it. This is the C2 season. It's great. I really enjoyed Collision. Again, Pac and Kevin Knight. All matches were phenomenal. Pac, Kevin Knight, Dorada, Takeshita, Moxley, Cassidy, Speedball, Okada, Fletcher versus Jack Perry. All of them. Even the women's tag, which was a good pace breaker. Oh, so good. I cannot wait for World's End. And that's what this job was. I cannot wait. Truly, the C2 is the best shit ever. And I hope we get a lot more payoff from stuff that's spawned in the C2. And I'm still surprised about something. I'm surprised that Roddy won. I was kind of torn on it, but I think Claudio, I thought that was what they were going for. They never. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a great little shock. I called all the Gold League going correctly. The Blue League shocked me, and it was so tight to call. Super cool, super great collision. I can't stress that enough. Great, and yeah, please watch it because it's so good. There's some great matches. So yeah, that's Collision for this week. What did you think of it? What did you think of the C2 results? And who do you think wins the C2? Because it's getting closer and closer. We need to know. I hope you all enjoyed Collision this week as much as I did because it was incredible.